Hey, legends.
Legends?
We're having a beer because we've just recorded a Pintcast. That is our Patreon exclusive podcast. Now, this is a snippet.
Yes.
What do we talk about?
The trade period.
We
Because,
did.
boy, yoy.
And this is what's on
Bit going on.
this. But if you go to patreon.com/DT Talk, get the full episode, which we go through some travel stories.
The travel stories, yeah, they're
They'll
classics.
Way more exciting than the trade
on
period,
sand
to be
and all that.
honest.
Anyway, it was, go and listen to that. But here's this.
Yeah.
But if you want more, go to patreon.com/DT Talk, become a free member. It's free for everyone there. There you go. Get around that. So we're going to talk about the trade period.
Put
to
your
start
slug
with.
away, dog.
We're not doing it.
We're not doing
The
it.
trade period.
Hey, Green Vest Challenge. Podcast with your slug out. I'm a dog getting excited.
We better do it early in the season when it's warm.
Yeah, we should.
Boy, yoy.
Right, dog, back on script.
Back on script. Adelaide Crows.
Right.
That's the first club that we're going to talk about because we're going to go through club by club in alphabetical order.
Right, don't dribble shit about people that aren't relevant.
Well, there aren't many relevant. However, there's a couple for Adelaide. So
Right.
your boys, Cow.
Yep.
So their ins, Isaac Cumming came in, Alex Neil-Bullen, James Peatling. Their only out was Elliot Himmelberg, which is not too relevant
not a
for
loss,
us. But
no.
anyway, so Neil-Bullen, he's just going to be the same as what he is, isn't he? Price at 79, he'll be.
Yeah,
so
it's
he's
a no.
just that.
It's just irrelevant.
So Isaac Cumming's the big one. Priced at 56. He'll be mid-only because he was pretty much that winger.
Yes.
Yep. That'll be the issue. But he's going to be slated into that half-back role. So he'll
That's
be
the
one of
thing.
these dudes
Yeah.
that pick up defender status. Can I say Riley Bonner?
Yes, you can.
Is that what he is?
Yeah, except he's a better
Sigma.
player.
Definitely better. Because he only played the 4 games. When it's 61, I'm assuming there was a bloody vest in that.
I reckon.
Maybe.
There would have been.
If not. But we do remember 2021 averaged 84 and then was over 90 the year
Yeah.
after. So
Yeah.
he's had fantasy chops. Like, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's a player. He's been through our teams. And the thing is, we were gutsy enough to do it with the boner.
Yep.
It was cheap, but there were good coaches that said,
Do not.
with that mid status, you don't do it. But
Yep.
it turned out to be the right move. Cumming could be that guy.
I think he's high on the watch list.
Yep.
He's in the record. He's just cheap. He's going to be better. And if you're just even looking at draft, he's going to have 61 average next to his name.
Draft you laugh.
He's going to be ranked higher than where he's ranked there. But at 56,
Yeah.
that's 20 plus points
Easy.
upside, 30 plus points upside.
My boy Peatling, tell you
He's
what,
the other
I've
one.
got a soft spot for him.
You do?
If he had forward status, I would be more interested.
So his
But
vest
he's-
helped keep his price down.
It's down, but-
So when he went, I had a couple of little stat things here.
Yeah.
So from round 19, he got a decent run back in the team, and that's when you were all over, Roy.
Yeah.
When he had 50 plus % CBAs in that, so he's in the mix for that, which is what he'll do at the Crows.
Oh,
You'd be
well, then I'm
thinking.
interested again.
Averaged 88, so he's priced at 62. So there's your 25 points
Does tackle
that you've got
too.
there. What they do, what does that midfield look like? Is Lairdy going to stay on that half
I
back?
think he might now.
He could
Is
do.
Matt Crouch going to be game over, which will
Probably.
it's
Getting
going to be
closer.
interesting to watch. So
If Big Pete's just rolling out at the first centre bounce, you'd be interested.
if he's inside that centre square,
Yeah.
then he's inside our
Yes.
football team.
Fuck
Yeah.
it. I'm going to say it. He's in the record.
He's,
Yeah,
well,
he's 100%.
Well, you'll be on the
Lock
Crows,
for
Cow.
that.
Yeah.
Brisbane didn't do anything. Except
Why
for
would they?
Harry
flag.
Sharp left, who wasn't playing games anyway. But yeah, there's not much there to talk about for them. Opportunity, yada yada. Obviously, Joe Danaher retired.
Yeah.
So, but they're probably going to replace with someone that may have been delisted and played games, so
Yeah,
their price
definitely.
may not be there, and a key forward's not going to be
No.
an option for us. Moving on to the Blues, they brought in Nick Haynes Destroy. So
Cow.
Our boy.
Yeah,
He's
lots
back.
of times.
Yeah,
so
every
Matt
draft,
Owes,
Roy.
Matt Owes and Matt Kennedy went out.
yeah.
Again, a small forward, so relevancy, but it could mean a little kid small forward comes in,
Yeah.
which could be a cow. But Matt Kennedy, though, is
Yeah.
all over the shop. So the actual huge relevance of that probably doesn't help because
No.
he was all over the shop anyway.
Yeah.
And
Where
their
did he play?
injuries,
Who would know?
their injuries probably meant for a lot of that. So
Yeah.
that's not an effect on what's going to happen. But Nick Haynes, price at 67, not low enough, really.
It's not. Back in his prime when he was
Oh, yeah.
intercept defender king,
Yep.
he was awesome.
He was.
Like, you'd be thinking, oh, you know, he could push 90 for them, but I think those days are long gone.
I think they are too.
Right, next is the Pies. The Pies, what did they do?
Perryman.
They got Houston.
They got Houston and Perryman. Joe Richards left, John Noble left, so probably a little bit irrelevant there. Noble obviously played more games this year than what he did the year before. Oh, well, no, sorry.
he didn't.
He played all year last year except the finals when he
Exactly.
got dropped. But Houston slots in. Houston's a stud. Like, he's one of the best fantasy players going around.
Yep,
So
Jet.
he'll be priced at 94. So he's gone, last 3 seasons, he's gone 90 plus. And I did the rankings. He was 11th, 13th, and 11th best defenders. I thought it might have been a bit higher than that.
I thought he'd be
what
higher.
he did, but he's pretty good. He's going to miss the first game,
That's right.
but opening round's going to be bloody back.
Is it? Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, well, it sounds like it. Not that I've got inside info on that, but it sounds like it. And Collingwood are one of the big
Why
clubs.
would you do it?
Yeah.
Why would you do
Well,
it?
it's just like the sub.
Are they doing it? Do you
They reckon, but AFL
You're
PA's come out
kidding me.
and gone pretty hard at it. So fingers crossed.
Oh,
they
can
just
we
go to
use
the
a
five
bit
on
of
the
common
bench.
sense, please?
Anyway, so Houston,
Crikey.
we're not getting him as massive value price.
There's
at
no
94.
value. No value in
There's
that.
no value.
Is there a world at Collingwood
Or he's a bit
that he
better.
goes at 100?
Where he just pigs it up a bit more.
Yeah.
There is.
And he's better than that 11th best defender in the comp.
You never think of Port as a fantasy-friendly team, whereas the Pies, when they're sharing it round, can look a lot different.
Because
But
Dacos isn't back there now. He's a midfielder.
Yeah. But how much better than the 94 can he actually be?
96.
Yeah. He's not. I don't think he's 100.
It's interesting.
I think he's a little bit of a bump up in draft.
I reckon he'll have some feasting days.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm not surprised if he finishes the year with a triple figure average.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Big cold dog.
That's what he does.
I know.
In pre-season.
He's a big
Remember
cold
the
dog.
ruck-
But I'm
remember
not
the
going
ruck
to.
call?
No ruck will average more than 100 this year. Fucking have all average 110. Big cold dog.
Perryman, some people have thought that he's actually an option.
I have seen that.
Well, he's
74.
He's like a pretty good player. That's the thing.
He's going to have defender status.
Is he going to get the wing?
Yeah, don't know.
That's relevant. Where he plays.
He's gone to mid-80s average and he's got a 74 next to his name.
One to watch.
Okay.
As a defender.
Watch list.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bombers. They didn't do anything. They didn't bring anyone in, but they got rid of the string trick for basically nothing.
What a trade.
Which just shows
No, you don't want him in your team at all.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, he's shit.
They got like pick 50 odd for him.
Yep.
You don't
You'd
want
think
him.
he would have had.
That's
Unless
overs.
you're Essendon.
Yeah.
Because you got no one else.
So I don't know what he does, like how it affects things. It just gets that little bit of more security for a Perkins, a Hobbs, Sardis, those sorts of dudes.
Let's
But-
just face it. They're a completely irrelevant side.
Oh, rabble.
In all facets
It's a
of the game.
rabble when it's only pre-season.
All right, let's go to Fremantle then.
All right.
So their big one is that they've brought in Shea Bolton. They didn't. No one left, but they're building. I reckon Freo.
They are.
If they don't win, if they don't make top 4
Yeah.
this year, like it's a fail.
It's a good young crew.
They'll find a way not to.
Yep.
Yeah, but Shea Bolton, he's priced at 74,
Yeah.
and you don't love it.
No, I'm not a big fan.
But like the last year, the year before, so 2023, not last season, the one before,
Yeah.
he went at 87.
Yeah.
And that would have been the 6th best forward this year.
Gosh, 74 is so cheap for what he can do. But it's very role dependent.
And they've got a stacked midfield.
They do. And he's one that he scored well at Richmond when he got that bulk mid-time, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he'd push forward and put a couple of icing on the cake with
The
a few
Tigers were a
goals.
lot shitter
Yeah.
than what they were when he has been.
Well, he's going to
So
a
he's
better
back
team.
in a good team again.
Yeah.
Which he is.
But
a
he's gonna
cherry on
be-
top
He's a
guy.
front runner.
But is he going to be that perfect?
In a bad
Sonny
team.
Walters, for example.
Yeah.
He had those good games.
Yeah.
When he got those runs where he'd pinch hit in the midfield and
Yeah.
stuff as well with it.
Yeah. I think Bolton is... I totally agree with that. That actually popped into my mind. But I think Bolton is a better midfielder than
Definitely.
Walters ever was. But like you said, they're
But you
so
got Sarong and
stacked in there.
Brayshaw aren't moving out of there.
No, they're not.
Bloody Fife is still hanging around. Cows, mate.
He won't get in there.
He done.
It's interesting. It is very...
We're gonna.
Very role dependent.
It's going to be interesting
He
to
is.
watch what they do.
like Bolton for a really bad team,
Yep.
I'd say he might not get that 74.
Yep.
Probably average 70. But in this team, there's going to be access to the pill.
Yes, there will be. So could he be, without all our forwards, could he be a top 6?
Think about how much
Potentially.
our forward lines just sucked.
Yeah.
And how mmany trades we wasted playing around with someone who'd last 3 weeks. that guy's at least going to be there, and he's surely an 85. That's
So-
enough, isn't it, for a forward
Yeah.
improvement?
I think so.
Surely he's 85.
If he's an 85, he's pushing that top 6.
Well, if he did that 87 that he did the year before, this year, that ranks him at number
he's
6.
in.
Yeah.
Forward line going to be depleted this
Oh,
year? is it?
mega. Like
Even
those
worse.
dudes that are above 87 that were named there. I don't have that off the top of my head, but
Yeah.
bloody. I reckon he's.
Gosh.
I don't think we cross him off just yet.
No, I don't want to do it,
No.
but I might do it.
We might have to.
All right, moving along to the Cats, Geelong. Here's your number one player
100%.
of the trade period. That's Baslenka. No real secret this was going to happen. But Bailey Smith, the key is he was the only in. They didn't lose anyone there. But they're just locked and loaded. He's going to play in the Guts.
Yep,
There's
he
no
will.
question.
Yep.
Which is where, remember, like, his, I guess, issues for us as fantasy coach. We've sort of been waiting for this because he was
Yes.
out the last 12 months, so he gets that 30% discount. He gets priced at 58.
What a joke. It's
Think
a gimme.
about some of the shit that he did. Like 2022
Yeah.
averaged 105.5. And even in that, 2023, so he was already a bargain for us prior to that preseason ACL that he did.
Yeah.
Priced at the 83 because he
Yes.
averaged 83
We
in
were all on,
2023.
weren't we? Yeah.
Because he was thrown around so many different positions.
Just
Remember
bevoed.
that? And he,
Completely bevoed out of form.
but he lost the plot in that too
did.
that year, didn't it? Was that when he got suspended for that headbutting?
Yep.
He
Yeah.
was like playing just so outside.
Yes.
He ain't being an outside player next year.
No,
No,
because
he-
you go, right?
Well, that was just bevoed 101.
Yeah.
It ruined him, and then everything else fell from him as that happened.
Geelong's 3 biggest bananas last year, in order of CBAs. Dangerfield,
Yeah, and he's on his way out, but he'll still be there.
Yeah.
Bruin, Parfitt popped in there, but he dropped off with his games on average. Atkins,
He's literally their number one midfielder.
Tom Stewart then comes in. They don't really want him in there.
It's beyond a joke.
Big call, Warn Dog, number one, F1. He's F1.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that a big call?
Yeah, it is. And Daylight,
The
second.
thing is, I didn't overindulge. However, I did listen to a bit of trade radio.
See, that was one good thing
And-
about being in Japan. I just didn't listen to any of it. It
Now,
was great.
there was people who were employed, like to talk about football, talking down this move a little bit.
Kane?
I think Kane might have. Like the
would
question
have had
marks,
something to say.
The question marks over him. They were like 2 years. I think people are forgetting before his injury that 2 years in a row he didn't make the top 10 in their best and fairest. Yada yada yada.
Oh, right.
Okay, is there in your head? Is there any spin where Bailey Smith doesn't come back a jet this year? No. Like they were really
Like he was
talking
probably
it down. Like don't think this guy's some sort of star anymore.
he was probably ready to go as well to play towards
Yeah.
the end of the season, but didn't.
Yes.
All right. What can he average?
And he still
What-
looks good. Have you seen those photos of his shirt?
Oh.
He's
Maybe
looking
that's
even
why
better.
I'm so passionate about
What
backing
what
him in.
can he actually do?
Imagine if he was in one of your baths in Japan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't have had any trouble with size.
Wouldn't have trouble with size, but I wouldn't be able to get out
Boing,
of the,
boing, boing.
out of the
Would have
onsen.
been swimming around in a circle.
Like a shark.
Dun, dun.
Right.
Dun, dun.
It's a no backstroke pool warning. So,
Can he average 100?
yes, he can.
can.
He's their number one midfielder.
Yep.
And they're a very good team still.
Yep.
Yeah, 100.
There's not much more to say than he's just the
Ah,
biggest lock, and I don't think anything else changed at Geelong that makes anyone better.
Nah.
Well, they
Look,
retired. That
He'll be
didn't make
close
any-
to 50-point unders.
50.
50.
Well, he could actually hit that.
He could go 108,
He could.
105, 108.
Yeah, right.
Yep. That's a big call.
He's
Big
actually
call, Carl.
clearly their number one midfielder.
Yeah. Minimum 40 unders.
Look, they were a good team last year without a midfielder.
Yep.
Danger only just looked after himself till finals.
Yep.
This guy's going to go all year.
Agree.
Beast.
Lock. Gold Coast. Elliot Himmelberg came in as well as John Noble and Daniel Rioli. They lost, my boy Jack Lukosius, and the Rat.
The Rat's gone.
Rory Atkins is gone. So, obviously, Lukosius plays the forward anyway.
Yeah.
But what this is doing is mixing up that back line.
It
This
is.
is the key stuff from this because Noble and Rioli come in as defenders.
Yes.
Flanders ain't playing that half-back role anymore.
No.
That's a sure thing.
That's a sure thing.
Sexton doesn't get another game.
No.
Has he been retired already, though? No, I
By
he's
you,
still on
by
the
the
list.
sound of it. No. He's still there, I think.
But then it's probably throwing around those other names like, the Will Powers and Lockie Weller type dudes.
yeah.
Like, they're not going to be.
Nah, they're not
because
bumping these two as the attacking ones.
Those
That's the
two
thing.
have had success in their careers.
Big time.
And they're going to be what Dimmu's going to go as, yep, you're the keys to our back line.
So I've got a bit of relationship with Noble. He's been in a couple of my draft teams. And I'll tell you what, when he is on, that guy is a scorer. And obviously Rioli is as well. And they're under Dimmer, where historically doesn't mind a halfback racking
Bash
up.
a Hooley roll.
Hooley. Who was the other? Shorty.
Yeah. Oh, Shorty.
So, these guys...
So Noble
Rioli,
at 74, Rioli at 84.
He bumped himself up a little bit too much there.
He did.
Oh, if they slide in draft, you'd be licking your lips.
Flanders is a real big one
This
for
is
me, I reckon.
interesting.
Because if he's straight defender,
Yeah.
which is a good chance because of the time that he spent there, then he's got one single position.
Yeah,
He could add forward status if he plays the mid forward next year.
he could. Thing is with
Maybe.
him too,
Don't know.
just having someone available in one of those positions that can hit a 150.
Yep.
Weeks where you don't have that, when he does those stupid games, that would hurt.
So across last year, he had 31% of the CBAs. He had that 6-week patch where he was like averaging 85% of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then after that, he just didn't get the clock.
No.
Do we want him as a halfback or do we want him as a midfielder?
Ideally, he racks up quick at halfback.
That's what you want.
They're your guaranteed big ones, but he's not going to be there. But he's still an elite.
But what's he priced at? What's his...
It's a good question, and I don't have it at my fingertips.
Sorry, I don't either. But anyway,
I'll get it.
I think he's priced too high to even be considering whatever he does.
Oh, shit, yeah. He's at
do you
112.
Oh,
what a
fuck.
gun.
Is it that good?
It's that big.
I was thinking 105. Bloody hell.
112.
You know why we forgot that? Because we just all had him. Everyone had him.
Yeah,
so
didn't
you
have
just
to think.
You just don't really appreciate how good he was.
So I guess the thing is, play that more half-forward role.
Yeah.
If you're deaf only, get the forward status, then get a nice roll back again and, value. Don't know. Especially with forwards being no good. Let's move on to GWS and their ins, Jake Stringer, but they lost Isaac Cumming, Nick Haynes, James Peatling, Harry Perryman during the trade period, and a few games suspended too for some of the lads there.
All 4 players they don't really want.
no, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they didn't want them. They didn't want to use them.
No.
They're gone.
Because they're all names I sort of respect.
Yep.
And they're
you
all
think
names
that's
in
a big
that-
hole, but none of them were locked for the 22.
No,
I mean,
they're all in the
Peatling was
top-
by the end.
They're in the best 25.
Yeah.
But not necessarily the best 22 or
No.
the best 18, which
So-
is what we're...
So they wouldn't be worried that they've lost those guys.
No.
At all.
They'll be able to fill holes. So anyway, Stringer, it's just a nothing.
It
Price
is.
at 66, though.
Will you even get games with them?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
I reckon.
Yeah.
He's handy. He's handy. Like at Essendon, he was like a focal point. At the Giants, it's a bonus whatever the big fella does. If he gets fit,
You wouldn't trust him at a party. I'll give you that tip.
oh,
Madman.
No Mad Monday for them anymore.
No way.
exactly. So it'll be fine.
Stringer. That was almost the irony of that
I
all
know, I
broke
was
when
thinking
Stringer
that.
was like going, come on, String,
Come on,
going
Joe.
to do the deal. Right. Hawthorn.
Wow.
Hawthorn. Now,
What a club.
this is big. Josh Battle and Tom Barras come in.
Yes.
Both defenders,
Huge.
both in their back six that'll play every game.
100%.
Like they'll be select. But what it means, so Sick Dog was where my brain went
Same.
there. Does Sick Dog now get freed up?
Well, that's the thing.
Or does he get freed up too much to play forward like
This
he does
is the problem.
sometimes?
This
That
is the problem. So, Sick Dog, if he stays in defence with these two beasts, oh my goodness.
He's
Like,
going to be taking those intercept marks and just hanging off, or get not even the intercept marks because he's just going to be that next
Yeah.
kick.
So he will literally rack and be huge. That fear, like you said, Dog, is when he does get swung forward because he is
Well,
more
he did
than
in the
capable
last game of the
doing that.
season because he lost the game for him, then had to cry about bloody Ginnivan copping.
That's right.
That from
He hit the
Hinkley.
post, didn't he?
Yeah. But that's him. So he went at 104.5 in 2023
Hmm.
and then dropped that to 88.4.
Unders.
So value,
It's definitely value.
Look, that's record.
He-
Battle and Barras help him.
He might even get the picture.
Oh, in the record,
Yeah.
number 1.
There's words you can write about him. You can tell yourself that story. It's all
Well,
about the narrative. You can
it
make
is.
up a story.
Well, it is because it's actually relevant.
100% it is.
It is the Dog.
Big name lockdown defenders come into the team. They free up the dog will bark.
He'll bark all right.
He will.
But
Yeah.
can you really start the season? You've given up before the season starts if you
I'm
have
just
that
saying
thing
now, right?
running around.
There's just that
He's in my team.
unknown.
Yep.
Anything can happen.
Anything.
He could derail your season round.
Yep.
Because remember that game that he almost had still a good role and stuff. He scored 30, I think,
Yeah.
during early on in the season.
Dog will do that.
Might have been round 1.
Remember when I took that?
It was round 1, Dog, against Essendon.
Yeah.
30.
30.
What about when I got him in late in the season?
What round, Roy?
Because of the easy matchup with the Tigers. This was in the hat chase.
137,
No, he was really.
or did not play?
It was I got him in for the match,
23.
and he junked it to get there. Thanks, big fella. And then the week after, he was so hungry, running forward to kick goals. And,
Yeah. Kicked 2 goals,
nah,
103.
I'm not doing it. You can write all you want in the record, whoever gets a horse. I ain't doing that.
Fair.
Right. So that's probably the key things there. The other thing is, the only thing, love Ginny, love the wizard.
Yeah,
See the boys, they've got to learn a little bit in life.
yeah.
They had this kids' clinic the day after their best and fairest. Called in sick for it. Charged all the kids
They didn't.
$80. They called in sick. Boys,
No,
this is a life thing.
it is.
The amount of times that we went hungover to work.
Exactly.
Hang on.
That
no,
is
no, 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 no.
inexcusable. Oh, well, once.
Right, Roy. Roy came out to
At
my
least
school.
I made it. I could have signed some
He
autographs.
came out to my school as a relief teacher.
Oh, this is a...
Gastro. Asterix on the gastro. And because of, gastro asterix.
I had prawns for tea.
Did you?
Like,
bet
that's
you.
happened a few times.
It has. Bloody things.
Yeah,
People
I'll
don't
get
know
you.
how to cook them.
They'll get you.
That's a myth. People say you can cook prawns with lemon juice.
No, idiots.
You need to put them on a barbecue or
You
something.
do.
It just does not work.
That's what you blame. We had this great opportunity once in Melbourne. Went to this great function.
That was the best day of my life, potentially.
Where was I?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't
not
invite
sure.
you.
Again!
But went to
This is happening too much. Like
Crown Palladium
There's a
on the... it's like the Wednesday of grand final week. Had this great function. I'm sitting next to Richo on one side.
That was cool.
Danny Frawley on the other side.
Very cool.
Had Mike Brady. We were right
Yes,
at the front
we were
too.
at the
He
front.
was playing up
Pole
there.
position.
Where the fuck was I?
I don't know where you
What was I doing?
You had the prawns the day before.
Right, keep
Anyway,
going.
we've gone there. After party, boys.
Yes.
Wicked. Went down to one right on the south bank, like
It's
bloody
a
on
bloody
the water.
nice little joint too.
Nice little joint. Open bar.
Open
Everything here sounds like me, right?
Yes.
Keep going.
We're hanging out with Richo.
I like Richo.
And then destroyed.
I th-
Lost him in the toilet.
I just don't know what happened.
Oh.
But I did have prawns when I was listening to Mike Brady.
He had too many prawns
Here we go.
and he vomited out of both ends like you.
Did you really?
Yeah, bad.
Oh, what?
So,
And to the
and it was
point-
still light.
It was daytime.
I'm walking him back to our hotel and I'm charged going, you beauty, this is one of the greatest days of our life.
It was.
I've had to take him back to our 2 little single beds in the travel lodge.
I was embarrassed. I wasn't even drunk enough to be able to forget it. I was embarrassed that he had to walk me home.
All right.
I was a mess.
It just sounds like a real disappointing waste of a ticket,
And
Troy.
do you know what? All those AFL greats, what sort of send-off do you reckon they gave me?
What did they give you?
Fucking soft bastard, right?
Oh, they got you?
Yes, I could hardly walk. It wasn't even the gas. I tried to
Yeah,
tell him.
I don't know
I'm
about
not
this.
even drunk.
I don't believe it for a second.
Still get hot and sweaty when morning.
Let's
kills
move
me,
on to
sorry.
the D's. They brought in Harry Sharp, who will be cheapish. Tom Campbell, dum-de-dum.
What about him?
Come in to like wreak some havoc again, because obviously Maximus, we'll talk about it in a minute, they lost Alex Neil-Bullen. So let's talk about old Tom Campbell. Price at 31 could actually be
Oh,
R3.
bench option.
Look, he pocket him.
Well, the thing is,
Oh, look out.
he's an old man. He's probably older than Max. He would be. He'd have to be.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, because Max turns 33 though this year. There is no way Max plays 23 games this year.
No, there isn't.
Dum-de-dum will be playing games.
When Max doesn't.
Yep.
So in draft, that's definitely one you pocket.
You try to.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's smart.
But yeah, like that, probably, because they didn't have that backup ruck this year. So there was less risk on Max in that.
It's interesting.
That rest was probably not going to happen there because they didn't have anyone. Tom Campbell, he's shown that he's competent enough.
Oh, when he's there.
He's been in the league like as long as LeBron's been in the NBA.
That's it.
He's only put together 48 games.
He's done well.
You've just likened Tom Campbell to LeBron.
Yep.
Well done, Roy. Yeah, look, I think he obviously... Would he be 200K?
Not quite. A bit more, but probably under 300.
Okay, so it's still a bench option if needed. So Max isn't going to play all games. Tom's what? Popping his head in for 6?
Play 3 or 4 or 5. Yeah.
What about Max that go into the year at 112?
I know.
Yeah.
That's his best one, probably bar COVID.
He's one we're going to have to make some decisions on, like especially when it comes to draft. Like
God, he pissed me off last year, though.
112.
Max. The captain issues. That's what peed me off, I think. Left a real sour taste in my mouth.
To average that,
Like an off
and
pole.
for you to get under 90s from captaincy.
Yeah.
So you were getting 20 plus points less than what he actually averaged for the year.
And then on the flip side, the salt in the wound was the pre-game fitness test where we quickly jumped off and took 100.
He went 150,
And he did
didn't
150.
Yeah.
This game
That
is
was
pure
amazing.
talk. I'm not playing this year.
So leading, I'm with you. Leading into his bye, in round 14 he had his bye, he was average 121.
He was beasting.
121?
Yeah.
Massive.
It's huge.
Now, Harry Sharp, sort of unlucky, really, because he played 6 games at 46.
Oh, damn it.
But because he gets his discount price on the higher average of the last 2 years, the price at 52. So either way, it was really going to be a bit too much.
He's our boy,
Anyway,
dog.
he is. We love
We
him.
had Sharp. He was about
he was
16
still-
years old.
Yeah,
in
he
our
was
team.
still bloody
At
doing his
school.
grade 8 exams.
He was flying in.
He's got 2 vest scores in that.
Yeah.
So a 3 and a 16.
But we mid-owned. It's just not. We're just not touching that at all.
He had an
unfortunately.
87 in his first game. Kid can
Now,
score.
North Melbourne, they like to have a little bit to do at the
Can
old,
run.
at the
Record's gotta be
trade
tough.
table.
Record's
Who's
tough.
got
Who
North
gets the
Melbourne?
photo?
Usually me.
You do.
Jack Darling, Caleb Daniel, Luke Parker, and Jacob Constanti are the ins for them. They didn't lose anyone, but let's look at these. Let's just cross off Jack Darling.
Crossed.
Yes, cross.
He's just not someone to talk about. But the other 3 are worth talking about. Let's start with old mate Small Potato, Caleb Daniel. Should still have forward status.
Yep.
So that's big. But he's priced at 50.
I think it's just a lock.
It has
We
to
just
be.
have to do it.
The small
and
potato
what they've
comes
talked
in.
about,
Yes.
his
Yes.
role is
Yes.
half back.
Now, if Fishman can score hundreds, and he averaged over 100 for a month, Fish,
Yep.
in this role, you imagine what a good player can do there. Caleb Daniels' ability to find the ball compared to Fish.
Yep.
Like, this is big. He's another one who could double.
Yes.
So these guys, they had McKercher, Fisher, Sheasel, Tom Powell. They all were good when they got that role.
They were.
Yeah, they were excellent.
And
They
it's gonna
threw
be
it
his,
around,
isn't
but
it?
those guys are the ones that are going to miss out now because
Yes.
They're getting pushed.
Caleb Daniel's going to be the
That
one.
guy. He's that guy.
Think about what Zeeble and Hall did.
Yeah. They even came out and said, I think it was Daniel's manager, he just wants to get some easy ball and all this sort of stuff.
and play free
And play free.
and fun.
Who doesn't?
So you said 50 points for old mate Bailey Smith.
Yeah.
Priced at 50. There's 50 points there
There
for a
is.
small potato.
There is.
Let's not go
In
over
this
the
role.
top.
Now, the flag,
Good.
people with good footy brains that are listening, no, they've already switched off. So
Yes,
the rest of us are thinking, surely North Melbourne's game style is due to change. So surely they're going to try
Yeah.
to win games. Like, so
They'll
far
do it
gone.
for a couple of weeks and realise, fuck, we've got to go back.
Mate, they're doing it. They're going to find out pretty quick that they are still
Yeah,
rubbish.
they've got to go back
so
to
it's-
there.
So we've flagged that, yes, that is a thing. They will look to go forward. However, Caleb, 50. Come on.
So Colby will be pushed into the midfield more.
Yeah.
Midfield wing
Maybe
even.
wing.
Wing, I reckon, yep.
Yeah, so he won't rack up like he did last year with
Like
those
Caleb will be.
She's is going to
with
be
all those little
half
pass
forward
X's,
mid.
taking kick outs, all
Yeah.
those things that he was doing. He's going to have to work a bit harder this year, old Cole.
So, Caleb, have you seen him duck in for little 15-metre marks?
Yes.
Oh, my.
Him at his
Disgustingly
best a few years ago in that role
Yeah.
as a halfback was excellent.
The coach is going to be telling him to do it.
yeah.
You don't have to encourage the little fella.
Do you know what I did love? Have you seen the social content too? Like North
The
Melbourne
helmets and
changed
that.
their profile picture with a kangaroo with a helmet on because now they've got ex-Airy and Caleb. Did you see the video?
Yeah,
I did. Tried on the helmet. That was one of the
gold.
funniest things I saw.
Yep.
It might be funny for 12-year-olds, but I laughed.
Oh, it was very funny.
Home and away, I thought.
Yep.
Straight to the top.
I
was
thought
very
I
good.
couldn't love X anymore.
I know.
And then he's pulling that little helmet
Yep.
up.
So, Caleb Daniel, we'll just lock him. He's
Yes.
making coin.
We have
He
to.
could be a top 6 defender.
Mate,
Well, he's a top 6 forward.
that's the thing. He could push your mate Bailey.
Oh, couple of ex-dogs. Well, we'll get to one later on. There could be 3 ex-dogs in our top
because
3.
they've all been bevoed.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
Bevo.
the thing.
So we hate Bevo.
We love him
But
now.
he's made 2025 epic.
He has.
We'll get there.
Bargains everywhere.
Because we've got Luke Parker, priced at 82. So he's one that averaged 66 this year because of his discount that comes off the year before.
Draft sleeper.
Yeah, because there'll be a 66 next to his name. That's about what you got. But he's going to be better than that. His role, though, will be a half-forward mid.
Yes.
Probably more half-forward.
Yeah.
Like, that's where his life is now. In his
I think
little
so.
retirement. This is his superannuation package.
Yes, it is. Like, I mean, he had a horrible grand final until late when he just, like,
Well, he was probably
slamming it on the boot
one of their
through
only
the goals.
good players in that game.
He was.
So he scores here from the finals. 83 in the grand final. 39 and a 44.
Yeah, well, he had some shocking games, but like when he came back in that first game, because remember he got dropped and suspended.
Yeah. That's right.
In the VFL,
Yes.
and he came back in, started in the sub vest, played 38% time on ground, scored 72.
That's right. Went nuts, didn't he?
He wants
big.
to prove a point, Roy.
Well, yeah. He wants
We
to
just can't pay 82 in classic.
No, we
for him.
can't.
That's
No.
the thing.
No.
But is there a world where he could be in the top 6 to 10 forwards?
Oh, definitely. He's
just
easily
don't
good
think
enough.
we'll be back in
And what if he forces his way into the midfield?
Well, there you go.
Jacob Constanti is the other one, rookie price. If they give him a game,
Well,
we're
he's
picking
probably
And we'll have forward
if the Swans
status.
drafted him and he's ended up at North.
There you
I'd
go.
say he's probably getting a
Average
game.
61
Yeah.
in his 12 VFL games with a top score of 84. So not
Sounds
massive
like
chops,
the kind of dud that I'll start round
but
one
he'll
if
be
he's named.
an F8. Port Adelaide, let's go there. They've brought in Joe Richards, Jack Lukosius and Rory Atkins. So probably, not too much. Dan Houston was the only one that left. But we'll start with the Rat. Pretty much when he got there, they basically said he's going to be great for our Sandful team.
It
I
was
know.
brutal.
They actually
I've never heard anything.
Yep.
I heard an interview at one time when I was listening to Trade Radio with their player manager, whatever it is, and he literally said, "Well, Kane, you know that we've had trouble at Sandful level and we need to boost our stocks there a little." And Kane was like, "What?"
And so was Rory. What the fuck's
Rory
going on,
was
Rat?
like,
Well,
just
if you've got a
in tears.
Sandful fantasy team, it'd be great because in
He'll
10
rack.
of his reserves games this year
Yes.
in the VFL, he scored 129 plus. So we went 10 games where he went 129 plus.
He
in
can
the
do that,
VFL.
the Rat.
Huge. Joe Richards, I don't think that's anything
No.
exciting. He's priced at 49 there, but yeah, nah. So
Okay.
Lukosius, he's going to be a forward. Like
No,
Dixon's done.
That's
Well, no.
stupid, though. Like,
But he hasn't been a defender much. Like, he's pushed up on the wing a little bit at times, but I think he's just cooked in that role. If for some reason they... Your mate's name?
Evans.
"Oh,
Evans?
Evan went
And the
well.
other one? Who was your other mate?
there was two
the year
Evans.
before.
Could have been the other Evan.
The year before.
He got
Oh.
votes in the Rookie of the Year.
Oh,
what was his
what
name?
was his name? Oh my God! How have I forgotten that? He'd pop up all the time, your little friend.
Yeah, can't remember.
D-Will.
D-Will.
Oh, D-Will. Oh, my God. D-Will got posters of D-Will.
Oh, mate. Farrell
Dylan
too?
Williams. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah,
There's
Farrell.
no room for him back there.
That's not.
Burgoyne's probably going to be the big one out of losing
God,
Dan
he looked
Houston.
good late
Sean.
last year.
Oh, elite.
No, Peter.
So, yeah, that's Lukosius there.
That sucks, though.
That's pretty
because-
much it.
Yeah.
Not much to talk about for the Port Adelaide Power, Roy, when you get them in the record, because you always do.
I do, and I speak very highly of them.
do.
You do.
Every year.
Let's move to Richmond. They didn't bring anyone in
What?
except for a buttload of draft
That's
picks.
a bad move. No, that's a good move.
They are
The draft
going
picks are
to,
good.
like, it's popcorn central for the Richmond supporters for the first night of draft.
I reckon.
Because what do they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks within the top 24.
It's
selections.
epic.
And they're going to draft, they'll get rid of the
They'll
second
do
pick, I
some
reckon.
little moves. Well, they're going to need to, aren't they?
Yep.
What, they'll swap it for
Something
double.
else. Yep, later on.
Oh, nice.
Can't put all your eggs in the one draft basket, Roy. That's something I've learned.
The thing is, though, it's a bloody good draft.
Is it really,
It
though?
is. I listened. I told you.
That's what Trade Radio told you. Now, Jaden Short is probably the player of fantasy relevance. With all those dudes going, Rioli going.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, there you go.
you've got, I don't know, like those, the position.
Giving you the hot tip.
Ball always back there.
Not doing it.
He might be the best, but he might be the best averaging 82. And is that enough?
The only relevance of Richmond is they might fill our bench and a couple of
That's right.
rounds.
That's where the real relevance is because they might have 5 debutants
Yeah.
in round 1.
Yeah.
So
And
Shorty's got a
it's
70.
strong draft.
He's got a 79 next to his name. The year before, 93, 98, 94. He could be a 90 guy.
They're going to have half their team's going to be under 18 years of age.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Where's Shorty?
He's
Let's
not
give
exactly
him
a
the ball.
bull out there, is
No,
he?
he's not. Cross him off.
You want to know who's got Richmond? The Richmond rider is going to be Cal.
Oh, shit.
Give him a photo. Give Shorty a photo.
Because North Melbourne didn't finish on the bottom, I've got him.
Yes!
Ah, what? You've got the
Bad
best
luck.
team.
Oh, well. Roy's got Fremantle.
Hey.
Who's got Port Adelaide? Cal.
Oh,
Yeah,
yuck.
Port.
Far out.
Unlucky.
Once again, I've got the worst teams to write about.
Who's going to get that vacant half-back spot now?
I don't have North Melbourne.
No.
So, and
Sad.
Richmond. I'm just go 5 rookies in there.
Ollie Wines will probably have a good year, mate.
There you go.
Port.
Right, let's look at St Kilda because they're
Charlie
next.
Dixon.
And this is where we did talk about Bevo. They've lost Josh Battle, but Jack McRae comes in. So, again, Jack McRae's going to have forward status. He is priced at 71.
Can't believe this.
It's a
We thought he was value, stupidly probably,
Yes, stupid
at
is
92
right. Yeah.
last year.
Because we thought
He's
he wasn't
gone at
gonna get
104 for
Bevoed
his
anymore.
his whole career.
This guy is a genuine bargain because he has said, and the club has said, he has gone there to be an inside mid
Here's a quote.
and get his
Jack's
stuff back
really
on track.
hungry to re-establish himself as one of the premier midfielders in the competition.
Yeah. This is real. They've gone, look at that dude playing out of position,
Yeah.
head tilted, sad.
So he's just
I know,
turned.
that's a wrecked
He's
his head.
30 years old.
Like
he's just
Warnie
turned
in the
30.
pool.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
How's the speed of that midfield with him and Jack still there?
Slow.
But they
But
rack.
you rack.
They rack.
Well, they're going to have to.
Yeah,
They're going to have to share it around a
they
bit.
are.
And
Yeah.
tackle.
Look,
Because
as-
they won't be quick enough to be first to the ball.
Hell
So
no.
+1.
look, as a forward going into this team, my goodness.
He cannot. You know, he had games this year where you're like, he's been given a small chance, and he just didn't give a shit.
Nah.
Because his morale was so low, he was flat.
Now,
Everyone hated him.
there is a thing. There is a flag already.
I've
And
seen it.
Yes, someone very switched on
Yep.
on the tweets tagged us in the interview. His first day in at the club,
Yep.
you'd think he'd be happy.
I know.
It was a tilt.
Not erect.
It was not erect.
Does he have a pulled muscle in his neck?
Well, there was something going on,
You know
but
what I mean?
it did not look up and about.
I've had like a tumours in my neck. Remember
Yeah.
that time?
Yes, I
Went
do.
for 6 months and
Yep.
couldn't turn my head round.
Couldn't turn it.
Maybe he's got like a tumour in his neck and
It's
he's
causing the
just
tilt.
a permanent tilt. Chiropractor, Jack.
Look, it just looked like acting. He didn't look happy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be excited about this.
Yeah, I know.
If
So-
you want to be excited, don't look at that interview.
Exactly.
At the moment, forward status, price at 71, we just have to pick him in
He's
Classic.
Yeah, we're picking all Bevoed players. It's as simple as that.
What are you
3X
going to
odds.
like sort of rank him at as a forward in draft?
I'm going all in again.
Like at what,
third.
but at what sort of average kind of thing? Where are you going to realistically put him for an average?
Okay.
This dude has to average 95 there.
I'm going 85. That's safe.
I'm seriously going 95.
Dog?
If inside mid is real,
Okay.
there is no way he can.
Now we've
avoid
got
this.
to our 3 dogs, ex-dogs.
Yep.
Baz Lenker,
Yep.
Caleb Daniel,
Yep.
Jack McRae. It's that order.
It's that order.
But put numbers next to them.
averages
Baz Lenker,
104.
I'll go 100.
Caleb Daniel,
90.
Oh no, he's going 100 in that role.
90.
Jack McRae.
95 minimum, and he'll blow me out of the water.
85. Pretty safe cow over here.
I think
Wow.
I think Jack might average 100. McRae.
Okay.
Sydney Swans.
Why wouldn't he? He never doesn't.
Because he's sloppy.
Oh,
He's very
you'll
sloppy.
find a way.
Poor
Matter of
muscle
fact, he
tone.
looked- that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ross
we need
Lyon,
to
what
find
will
out.
he think?
He'll say, get in the gym. Get the calf definition back.
Yep.
Arms.
That you've never
curl
had.
one.
Yeah, curl one.
All right,
Every
Sydney
now and
Swans,
then.
they lost
Okay,
Castani
85 it
Yep.
is. Yeah.
and Luke Parker. No one came in. There's not much to say.
They were bloody hopeless on grand final day.
They were.
That was appalling.
West Coast, that's next. They lost Barras and Darling. Brought in Liam Baker, Matt Owies, and Jack Graham. So we'll start with Owies as the small forward.
Yes.
49.
Yeah.
He might go 60. No.
He could go 55.
but he's not going to be a relevant player for us
No,
there.
he won't.
Jack Graham, he's at 65. Like
it's
I'm
very
a
cheap,
draft dude
Oh,
with him.
same.
Where you go, yeah, he's got forward status. Surely he can.
He's the
And then he
next
just
best
lets
thing.
you down.
He's the next best thing. He's always been talked about being the next best
He's
thing.
better than 65.
I reckon.
But what about Liam Baker at 79?
You tell us, dog. You're the lover.
No. It's just
See,
West Coast.
He's my draft man.
Yeah.
Bakes is in my team every year. And for his potential, and when you watch him and he's just going at it hard the whole time,
Great player.
he is. You often end disappointed.
You just think,
as a
like-
coach when you look at his score.
Yeah. So he played 18 games last year. 5 of them were only over 90.
Yeah.
Like you thought, like I picked him,
Yeah.
thinking he could knock on the door of a top 5, 6 midfielder.
You know-
Forward, sorry.
You know one of his biggest problems,
What?
and we'll get to him in a minute, but he's like Matt Kennedy.
Yeah.
He's a Mr. Fix-It.
Versatile.
Oh, no. There's something happened up forward. We need someone up there.
Yep.
Bakes, Kennedy. Down back, someone's gone down. Get one of them. Oh, we need some punch in the midfield. Get one of them in. They
So-
just go everywhere. And you can't average well when you are chopping and changing
So
roles.
that's 79. I thought, oh, maybe a letdown of a season. That's still his best season he's had.
What?
So when
Oh,
you
wow.
all
An
on
example.
him
Yep.
a couple of years ago,
Yep.
No.
Do you know why? Because I've seen him play pure midfield and dominated.
are West Coast going to be any good?
No.
It's going to be interesting to see if they get Jack Graham to tag like he
Yeah.
did at the couple of games last year. He tagged Sarong and scored a 72. He tagged Cornelio and scored an 87. So if he does have a tagging role in the guts,
Surely he needs to get in and
Yeah.
actually be a
surely
player
he
for them.
does.
All right, finally, Western Bulldogs. So we mentioned they lost there. Bailey Smith, Caleb Daniel, Jack McRae. You wouldn't say those dudes going out, especially Baz Lenker, who didn't play. But Daniel, Mr. Sub, not playing
Yeah,
in nice
they don't
roles.
want them in the team.
McRae,
GWS.
it's
Yep.
not like there's a role opened up now. But
No.
they bring in Matt Kennedy, who, is this almost the worst club he could have gone to?
Yes, it is.
When,
Riley
like, when he was
Sanders.
going from a disrespected place,
Yeah.
because he was Mr. Fix-It, playing in all these different roles, is that it's almost the worst place he could have gone to.
I don't know. They've got nice colours.
They do.
He looks good in the jumper.
He does. He'd look good in anything.
But he's going to do different things. He's priced at 77.
have they said what they want
He
him
should
in
have
for?
forward status. I haven't read enough on that yet.
Who is their midfield now?
Hmm.
So
Oh, well, it was pretty tight.
it's Bond.
Libber, Bont, Treloar.
Right.
And then you've got Riley there.
Yeah.
Riley's got to be ahead of Kennedy for
Yeah.
development-wise
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, and they put
Ed
bloody-
Richards.
Oh, Ed
Richards
Richards,
as
yeah,
well.
of course, Ed Richards, yeah.
Oh my
He
God,
was-
you're right, dog. This is the worst place he could have gone.
Ed Richards was quite heavily used in that last, especially
yeah,
after
that's
the
where
bye.
he became that person.
Yep.
So he remains Mr. Fix-It.
But do they want Ed Richards as that person? Is it now Kennedy as Richards?
I think he's just that half forward now for them.
Ed Richards is
Potentially.
a redhead.
That's true.
Kennedy half forward.
So yeah. Anyway, we know what
Goodness
Kennedy can do.
me.
That's the other thing about it. Like he, so when he went in 40% or more CBAs for the Blues this year, not
Yeah.
wearing a vest, he averaged 106.
That's him.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
he's really
Ed
good.
Richards, get out of there!
I did say in my little article on DreamTeamTalk.com. We love cherry picking stats, but 40% CBAs or
Yes.
more when he didn't wear a vest because he actually had
How many games was that, dog?
Don't know. I should have written that down.
You don't have to.
Especially who's doing that one
This
for the
time in
record.
the year.
Oh,
Who's got the Western Bulldog? Oh, Warn Dog. Right.
oh, here we go. I
Find that
know
one.
Dog's top five. Be Bont, Treloar, English. That's how he does it. Straight to the average.
Well, it's safe. You don't look like an idiot like
Hey.
you when you write something.
Hey, we need a podcast dedicated to reviewing last year's record.
One thing you'll notice about
Maybe
me
that's
over the
another
years
podcast.
is I'm laughing at Dog for being safe.
Oh,
I
Roy's
am-
worse.
I am shocking for it.
Straight bat.
Like, it's bad. So what happens, though,
Cow-
when I really stuff one, it sticks out like corn dog nuts because it's because I've gone so
I said
safe
nuts
everywhere.
because it's so warm. They stick.
Did you do any backstroke?
I sat in there. I'm just going, what have I got myself into? Because the other thing was, I couldn't I had to go and do it properly. Like I couldn't be like this little. Oh, I've got to run out of here now.
Do
like,
you sweat in there?
Oh, it was warm, but no, not really. Like it's a full blown pool.
Did you talk to people in there?
No, because I can't speak Japanese.
No, I didn't. I thought, wasn't it a hotel?
Yeah, it was all Japanese people.
Really?
I probably did something wrong.
That's bizarre.
Then I found out about it. Like, you
They'd
can't
have a
have
house.
tattoos. Not that I've got big tattoos
Yeah.
or something. So I had to, like, keep my arm down so it was hidden. Like,
Did
it's all this amazing stuff.
Did you
Stop
learn
you
much
getting too
Japanese
carried
while
away
you were
with
there?
I learnt donburi,
Not bad. Not bad.
rice bowl. Hey, means yes. I just go, the people let me tell me, hey.
Yeah, right.
Did all right. Google Translate was good.
So I'm fluent in Indonesian. You guys already know that.
I know that.
I
Yeah,
can count. I got all the greetings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I speak fluent German.
yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Were you,
Ich bin Adam.
what was your, what did you teach at school, though?
This
Chinese with Colby.
yes, yeah. Well, not really. I didn't teach it.
No, you're teaching that. That is an extraordinary.
So
setup.
in the class, they sat down and they were all like little shits and being disrespectful. And a lady on the screen from Beijing just zoomed up a little call and she took them through the lesson. And I just walked around growling at kids, "Hey, stop, listen, be respectful." But yeah, I didn't do a very good job. And after 2 years, did not pick up a single thing.
Oh, well, that was the trade period.